Hello, Amusement Park Portal. Welcome to our first blog on YouTube here. We're going to try this out, see how it works. From my home, my couch, make it more comfortable for everybody. We're going to try to do this either weekly or bi-weekly. We'll see how it works out, how it pans out. But it's basically just going to be a blog about industry news, coasters. If we take a trip, we're going to report on our trip that we take. Just all kinds of fun stuff. But I thought it'd be cool to introduce myself first. I'm Dave Chapman, founder of Amusement Park Portal. You can find us on Facebook and obviously here on YouTube, where you're watching us now. We're trying to build up our YouTube community, and it seems to be picking up some steam. We're growing, so we need your help. We appreciate it if you share this with your friends and family and hit that subscribe button, because that every little subscription helps us out tremendously, and we really appreciate it. We really enjoy having you guys along for the ride. I myself have been a coaster enthusiast for 30 plus years at least. I started when I was a child. My kids took me to Cedar Point. It was our home park, and it's still our home park technically today. We go quite often there, and amongst all the other parks in the country, I've been to just about every major amusement park in the country, and a lot of the small mom and pop parks too. I love all amusement parks, whether they be the big corporate or, like I said, mom and pop parks. I never turned down a visit to any of them. I'm not all about like stats and heights and speeds and years that this opened and all that. I'm just about the fun of it all. That's what's most important to me, and I'm sure a lot of you. I don't get into, which coaster, this coaster's 5 feet taller than that one, so that makes it better. No. It's all about fun for me, is what I look at. And I hope it is for you. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Is having a good time and enjoying these parks for what they are. So we'll start out with some news. What do you say? The first thing on the agenda today is Waldameer. They're opening their new $7 million rocket blast water slide, which is, from what I'm hearing, is the largest investment in the water park portion of the park's history. I'm not sure if it's the biggest investment in the park history. I don't know how much Ravine Flyer cost them, but I'm sure it was close to, if not more than that. But for the water park portion of the park, it is their biggest investment ever. That's a lot of money for a park that size. And I gotta say, if you've never been out to Waldameer, make it out there. It's a great little park. Ravine Flyer is not to be missed. They got a couple they got a dark ride, a classic dark ride there, which is just awesome. Then they got a walk-through haunted house too, the Pirate Haunted House. They have a couple other coasters, a nice family wooden coaster and a spinning mouse type coaster, and just a great selection of flat rides altogether. It's a fun park to visit. So if you're ever in that part of town, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's great. Further east than that, we got Six Flags Great Adventure, one of my personal favorite Six Flags parks. I've been to all the Six Flags parks except for Discovery Kingdom. In Mexico. Obviously I haven't been to Mexico yet, but hoping to change that next year. We're going to do the CoasterCon event with Ace. More on that later, but hopefully get out to that one to check it out. But back to Great Adventure, El Toro has reopened. Since it's been closed, I believe it was last August, it shut down due to that incident. They've done a lot of major track overhaul on it, retracking, structural work, and it did reopen to the public, I believe last week, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm hearing great things about it. Again, if you've been on it, leave a comment down in the comments below, and let me know what you think of the new El Toro, if there's any major differences. I'm really curious on this, because it's one of my favorite coasters, and I can't wait to make it back out there to check it out for myself. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Another thing coming out of Great Adventure is Kingda Ka. Kingda Ka's cable apparently has snapped, and From what I've been told, it's now repaired. However, they're waiting on state inspections, to reopen the ride. And I know there's been some holidays in that since they did get the repairs done. So I'm not sure if that's reopened quite yet or not. It may have, but last I heard it was still closed. They're just awaiting inspection to reopen that great ride, which is now that Drakester's gone, it's the only ride of its type currently in operation in the country. So cool. Cedar Point, a couple little things coming out of Cedar Point, nothing major this week. For all you Cedar Pointers, there's some new food options available at the Grand Pavilion. We have sirloin. Sliced sirloin is now available in there, and there's like a honey lemon pepper chicken that they have in there as an option as well. And both are included on the dining plan. I'm planning on making it out there next weekend, hopefully, to check it out. And I know 4th of July is coming up, so we'll definitely be there for the 4th of July for the fireworks and all the other festivities that the park has planned. It's always a good time. And there was a water main break at the park. Was it about 2 days ago? It shut down the causeway for a short time. That, and in addition to an accident as well that happened. But I'm happy to report the water main break is repaired and the road is reopened. So no worries there as far as traffic snarls go. You're good to go if you're going to Cedar Point. A couple other things is we went to the Frontier Festival and was thoroughly impressed. The food was delicious. Everything we had was really good, albeit the ice cream was a little strange. You can check out our YouTube video on the Frontier Festival, and you'll see what I mean about the ice cream. But the food was amazing. I had a couple of the drinks. They were amazing. Like I said, check it out in our YouTube video. I can't wait for next year. Every year the park likes to switch it up. The theme of it, like last year, it was cherries. This year it's corn. So every thing that they had was corn-based, or there was corn in it, I should say. It was delicious. I was kind of amazed there wasn't more people doing it. I don't know why, if it was the price point. It wasn't the cheapest thing. It was $40. You get 6 samples of the food, or some of the drinks took 2 samples out of the 6 for one, which was a little on the steep end, but still reasonable for what you got. The portion sizes were good in that, so there was no season pass or annual pass discounts on that. So it was $40, and then they had another one, I believe it was $59. You can get the 10 tastings for that. So I'm looking forward to attending that again next year. That was a great time. Check out our video on that. Okay, and Snake River Expeditions is our last piece of news from Cedar Point. Has reopened. As you know, it's kind of a seasonal attraction. Unfortunately, they removed the actors. Yes, there's no actors. The only involvement you have with actors is basically when you're boarding the boat. You have this pre-show area. They do it's a totally new experience. It's nothing like the last couple years have been. You don't have the gold smuggling and all that going on. There's nothing like that. Now it's about like real estate and things like that. But you can check out our video on that as well over at YouTube here. Kind of disappointed on that. It was a unique attraction, different from anything else in the park. And the kids loved it. They loved the interaction on it. It was kind of Disney-esque, attraction. So it was kind of cool, and I'm sad to see that change. But I don't know. I guess it's getting mixed reviews. Some people like it, some don't. What do you think? Have you had the chance to check it out yet? Let me know. Next up here, we got some interesting things coming out of Holiday World. They're teasing a new attraction. They're calling it the Gravy Boat. It's kind of funny. One thing about Holiday World is they are great on theming. They have their little lands like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and obviously this is going to fit in with the Thanksgiving thing. Probably, I'm going to assume, where the Pilgrim's Plunge attraction used to be. Now, the park hasn't announced anything yet, other than, stay tuned for Gravy Boat. That's all they've pretty much said. And also coming out of Holiday World is Raging Rapids. has been removed from the park. The park announced it was closing down, which is kind of weird, that they would shut down a water attraction right at the beginning of summer. So I'm assuming something had to have happened, where the ride had to shut down. But that's a bummer. But they said something will be replacing it. And I've also heard rumblings about a possible Vekoma family boomerang coaster coming to the park, something like that. So we shall see. Lots of good things coming out of Holiday World. Such a great park. Santa Claus, Indiana. It's, I mean, I've been there several times. The voyage is just mind-blowing. If you haven't ridden that at night, that's right up there with the Beast as far as night rides. I mean, even during the day, it's just a great ride. The layout is wonderful, and it just picks up speed as it goes along. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, and was that Thunderbird, the wing coaster they have up there, is the launched one. Remarkable coaster. Such a great coaster as well. Just the whole park is fun. I mean, with the theming and the different holidays. So, yeah, I love that park. Another bit of news, Adventureland, Iowa. Their newest attractions, Flying Viking and Dragon Falls Water Flume. Well, the Flying Viking is a coaster, like a family coaster. And then the Dragon Falls Water Flume, it opened today. Yeah, the 24th. Gosh, it's been a couple years since I've been to that park, but we had a great time there. Such a nice little family park. There's a lot to do there. It's very unique. When you set foot by the front gate, the first thing you think of is Disney. I mean, if you've never been there, I don't want to spoil it, but those who have been there, you know. So I'm looking forward to get out there. If not this year, definitely next year. I want to check out that Lost Island Park out there in Iowa as well. That's on the agenda. Just fitting it into the agenda is the problem. But hopefully it's going to be this year. If not, next year for sure. Florida. We got Fun Spot's Mind Blower Coaster has recently replaced some of its track with the RMC track. Gosh, I hear nothing but good things about that too. I hear that the sections that were retracked are just wonderful, smooth. It's totally different experience. Then I hear the transitions into the new or the old, the new into the old, are very noticeable. So I don't know. Again, that's another thing I'd like you to leave in the comments if you've been on it. I'm really curious about that, to see what you guys think about that. Back up into Ohio, Kings Island has recently opened the entire Adventureport area of the park now, including 2 new rides and a retheme of Adventure Express, which is wonderful. I always love the theming on Adventure Express. For a regional park, it's great. It's some of the best theming on a coaster outside of the big Disney and Universal parks that you're gonna find. And then the other rides, the Soul Spin and Cargo Loco, those are a hit as well. Classic like teacup type ride, but you're in barrels. And then a Cargo Loco ride, which is kind of like those Huss Enterprise rides, but a more modern spin on that. So speaking of Disney and that, many of you know Disney has announced a popular dining plan will be returning for 2024 bookings. So if you're booking a trip now, I believe you can get the dining plan as long as your trip falls next year. It's not going to be available till next year, but I'm pretty sure right around now or real soon to now is when you're going to be able to book that, because I know you can book like a year out. So yeah, definitely, that's great. There's a lot of people like to take advantage of that. We did too. We loved it. It was great having a peace of mind knowing your meals were paid for. You look at the menu, you really didn't have to worry about what you were ordering. It just made for a better trip, one less thing to have to worry about. And another thing coming out of Disney is a Star Cruiser Resort. Well, it's already shutting down. It's been open, about a year and a half, roughly, off the top of my head. And, I mean, honestly, I can say, who didn't see this coming? I mean, you're catering to a small audience. One, you got to be a Star Wars fan. 2, you got to be well off. I mean, you got to have a lot of money. You're talking $5,000 for 2 nights at this resort, which I don't know, man. I mean, once that audience runs out, who's going to spend $5,000 on 2 nights for a resort? That's a little steep. What I'm curious is what's going to become of this resort. Are they going to take the Star Wars theming out and just retheme it to space or something? I'd love to know what you think is a good idea for this. Let me know in the comments down below. I think they should retheme it to space. Just general space theme would be really cool. That's a theme that would, attract many audiences and have normal prices. Like all the other resorts, you can put it like a mid-level resort. Those I think run about 130, 40, 50 a night, something like that. But I'm sure that would be a success if they were to do something like that. I mean, again, what do you think? Ace just held its 45th annual Coaster Con a few days ago at Dollywood and Carowinds as their host parks. Such an amazing event. Sadly didn't get to make it this year. I had some prior obligations going on, but definitely next year. It's going to be out in California with California's Great America. As we all know, will be shutting its doors. Could be any time. No announcement's been made as to when that's going to happen, but it's weird because the park is still making small investments. So anxious to really get out and check out that park. That's the only Cedar Fair property I have not been to. That and the Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is the only Six Flags in the country I haven't been to. So we're going to knock both of those out during CoasterCon 46 next year. Okay, Knoebels, one of my favorite parks. I wish I lived closer to it because I would go there almost every day just to eat. I mean, their food is remarkable. Oh my gosh, I had the pierogies, the sausage, everything there is just delicious. I mean, do they put fairy dust in their food or something? I mean, I don't know what it is with Knoebels. They had the best food anywhere. If you've watched our latest YouTube video, you'll see some of the food selections that we got to try, and everything was delicious. Knoebels is setting to open the Baron Curve ride, which they've kind of Frankenstein this ride together. It's a couple of the Baron Curves they purchased to put together all the good parts. They're working on refurbishing it. It should be opening later this summer, they announced. I'm really looking forward to that. Definitely want to get back out there to check that out. And I finally got on the Flying Turns this year. Last time I was there, it wasn't open. This time it was. And what a fun ride. I mean, just a fun ride, It's not a thrilling coaster by any means. I mean, not every coaster has to be. I mean, coasters can just be fun, right? And that's what the Flying Turns is. And another thing about the Flying Turns is I wanted to show this a couple years ago. I was able to get this awesome DVD about the building of the Flying Turns and the history of it, and that from Storyworks TV. This DVD is awesome. It's 60 minutes long. If you'd like to get it, you can go check out the web at storytellersmediagroup.com, and they should have this DVD available. Definitely recommend checking this out. Such a great DVD. Last but not least, let's do a contest. This is our inaugural blog on YouTube here, so let's get some stuff away. We're gonna do a prize pack. We'll start out with a few things. I got this rare volcano from shot glass from King's Dominion. Unfortunately they removed the volcano attractions, but you can still have this shot glass. We have here. I got a Cedar Point keychain. It's kind of like a wood backing. It's got like plexiglass on the front, kind of cool. We've got a t-shirt. Speaking of Knoebels, this has got like the big coasters on it. It's got Flying Turns, Twister, and Phoenix. It's a size large. Right here, brand new shirt. Could be yours. I've got this Twisted Timbers lanyard from King's Dominion. We've got a 50th anniversary Magic Kingdom park map here. As you know, last year they celebrated their 50th anniversary. This is the park map, and all the information on the park is inside of here. And last but not least, you can have this limited edition amusement park portal button right here. It all could be yours. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's it. Not asking a lot of you. It's free. It's not going to cost you a penny. It helps us out. And we don't nag you with, advertisements and crap like that. We like to keep everything free. Like our Facebook page, I want to ad free and everything. I don't make any money off of this. This is all me doing this. So this is just out of the love I have for the industry, amusement parks and roller coasters, and the good times we have and the great people we meet along the way. So like I said, the only thing you have to do is subscribe to our channel, leave a comment on our YouTube channel, tell us your name, your favorite park or coaster, whichever one you want to do. I'd like to hear that. And that's all it will take to get entered for our prize pack. Now, caveat is we have to have a minimum of 20 new subscribers, minimum, before we can pick a winner. So we would like to get 20 more new subscribers on here to help grow our channel. And that's all it takes. So by the time we do the next blog, I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after. We'll see how it pans out and works and go from there. But wow, yeah, that's it. I would also like to mention that Silver Dollar City is teasing a new attraction for a replacement for Fire in the Hole. A new teaser was released. It looks like possibly volunteers needed. It was on like a brown kind of bordered thing. It reminds me of the Pearl Jam record. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. It started with a V, but I mean the border, everything looks almost identical to that. And I believe they just won Theme Park of the Year, so congratulations to Silver Dollar City. But that's all we got for you this week. I hope you enjoyed our inaugural little blog here. Leave comments down below if there's something you'd like to see more of in our blog, or any criticisms or compliments. I want to hear it all. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.